Dr. Mahmoud Suhail, it's a pleasure to have you with us again.
Yes.
Can you share with us what's been going on at the Young Living Oman farm and distillery during the past year?
Many things happened in Oman, Young Living Oman farm in Salalah, southern of Sultanate of Oman, southern of Arabia, last year. We've been able to increase the capacity of production of Boswellia sacra essential oil up to 400% to meet the requirement of new Young Living essential oil markets in Europe, Japan and Australia. And to start production of food grade Boswellia sacra powder for the new products of Young Living essential oil exclusively. And to start hydrodistillation of Commiphora myrrha from Arabia exclusively for Young Living for a new product hopefully coming next year.
As you've been performing medical research with Oman Frankincense, what can you tell us about the certification and research that's gone into verifying the only species of frankincense that grows in Oman?
Yes, as a requirement of the medical research recording and case study recording of what we are doing on Boswellia sacra effect on many cancer cell lines in lab and some preclinical trials in Oman conducted right now, we had to first to document and just to make sure the botanical species of Boswellia that we are using. Well, absolutely there is no other species than Boswellia sacra in Oman based on all official records there, my personal observation and other scientists' observation, and that was very important for us since we were in need to document this exact species we are using in the medical research and in the botanical research at the same way. Officially, all plants in Dhofar state and in Oman have been documented in one resource, in one source, in one textbook, which has been sponsored by His Majesty Sultan Qaboos bin Said personally, and it's called Plants of Dhofar. And as per those documents, Boswellia sacra is the only species that grow in Oman among all Boswellia. No Boswellia freriana, no Boswellia carteri grows in Oman, absolutely.
Could you share with us some of your medical research goals with Boswellia sacra?
The medical research on influence of Boswellia sacra and to understand it more and discover how does it work on cancer cells in the lab, working with H.K. Lin in Oklahoma Medical Science University, clinically, which is already conducted now in Dhofar state in Oman, and chemistry-wise and understanding more the chemistry of the Boswellia sacra and GCMS analysis required and next HPLC test required, conducted by Gary Young Research and Discovery Department in Young Living. And I'd like to thank Gary Young for his decent sponsorship of the research in a way that preserved the integrity and independency of the research. It's meant only for one single motivation, which is to know. It's not meant for commercial motivation. A commercial business has nothing to do with the medical aspect of the research itself.
Would you tell us about the medical research goals you have with Omani Frankincense and the support you've received?
Just an example. I'd been working with HK for 2 years without meeting him personally or talking by phone. I was in Oman and he's in Oklahoma, and everything was running right but extremely slow. And just because of Young Living and the support of Gary Young and Cole Woolley, we were able to meet and push the research forward in a tremendous speed.
Would you share with us the history of your medical research with Dr. H.K. Lin and how it has progressed?
In a brief, what we were doing last year and we are still doing in Boswellia sacra medical research, it's biologically guided extraction of Boswellia sacra to find out optimum way, variables of its extraction, and how does it work on many cancer cell lines in lab, that's with HK Lab, Oklahoma Medical Science University, and on patients in a preclinical trial conducted right now in Oman and some North African countries like Egypt.
Can you share with us some recent examples of preclinical results for cancer patients using Boswellia sacra?
Two of the most interesting cases, cancer cases, that I got the opportunity and we got the opportunity to treat using Boswellia sacra extract the first was an adenocarcinoma case with a primary lesion in the ascending colon, metastasized to liver and hepatobiliary tract with some peritoneal foci of metastasis, ascites, lymph nodes, periaortic lymph nodes. For example, the carcinoembryonic antigen was 210 international unit per milliliter. Just for your knowledge, the normal range is 5 to 10 international unit per milliliter. When it's more than 10, I mean 10 to 20, it's a high diagnostic criteria of you are having a cancer. And if it's more than 20, that means metastasis is for sure. Carcinoembryonic antigen declined from 210 to 18 in exactly 16 days. And we get rid of the metastatic foci within less than 21 days, and the primary tumor underwent necrosis and shrinked in size to disappear in about additional 3 to 4 weeks. One of the most recent cases we were able to deal with using Boswellia sacra extract was a breast cancer stage 4 patient. Surprisingly, the primary tumor, which was 9.5 by 12.5 by 11 centimeter in the left breast, just underwent necrosis, shredding off over 5 to 8 weeks, leaving just a malignant ulcer. Biopsies conducted in Oman, in Muscat Royal Hospital, in Oklahoma Medical Science University by Carming Fong, the PhD pathologist there, and a third clinic in Salalah, south of Oman, proved that by histopathology study, the tumor is no more alive. And in fact, all biopsies were negative of having any malignancy. After the patient was on Boswellia sacra extract, biopsies taken from 6 parts, 6 locations in the primary tumor proved that it's negative. I mean, no more malignant cells. Metastases start to disappear from the second week, particularly in the sequence of bone metastasis disappear first, then liver metastasis, then third lung metastasis. Surprisingly, metastasis disappeared before even the primary tumor. Primary tumor underwent necrosis while the secondary lesions, the metastasis lesion, just shrink in size and disappear. The new thing that we come to know is while the tumor underwent necrosis, it just increased in size. So following up patients by imaging techniques only is not enough to assess the progress and the improvement of the patient using Boswellia sacra extract. It's important and crucial to rely on biomarkers, imaging, and biochemical analysis as well.
Dr. Suhail, with your great medical background, how did you get started into your research dealing with Boswellia sacra?
My story with frankincense, in fact, didn't start with a cancer patient or a cancer research. It started with a story. It was about one patient named Ayub, and the coincidence was that he got a disease, the same skin disease that affected the Prophet Ayub, Job in English, which was mentioned in details in Quran. In Quran it was mentioned that when Ayub got sick, he just lay down by some tree and water source, and he moved his legs as if he was running to get something that he can drink and apply on his skin. For some time we believed that was water, even though water wasn't mentioned. An idea just came to my mind to test trees just nearby his place, Boswellia sacra trees. And I've tested that on the patient that coincidentally have the same name, Ayub, who got ichthyosis. Boswellia sacra essential oil taken orally with topical application was able to get rid of 90% of the symptoms and signs of ichthyosis of Ayub in 16 to 20 days. And total cure, I can say total cure was possible in 6 to 7 weeks.
How did this affect Ayub's life?
Ayub's life changed because now he can show to public. He can go shopping. I mean, he was heading home for life, probably for his all 27 years of life. In a couple of months, he was able to show in public, to merge into the culture. And the most important, he was psychologically much more better. So he got married, he made a family, so he was normal back again.
How did Ayub's experience change your life?
It's my primary motivation. If I can get one more Ayub, it will be even more than great.
Will you share with us your hopes for the future medical research with Boswellia sacra frankincense?
My hopes, and I assume that it's the hopes of the whole research group and our prospectation, is to get soon into a preclinical trial done and a documented clinical trial, and get the medicine an organic, natural remedy to treat cancer, or at least to help cancer patients in a reasonable cost, affordable by everyone. I mean, and I mean everyone in this globe, by everyone. Affordable by the poorest person, poorest human on earth. And I just hope we can make it. But I believe we will.